And you see here, this is another pretty dark thing here. If you go up to the sign, which is another thing that this game adds, you'll find out that the Grey Jinjo family passed away when a huge digging machine flattened their house. Yeah, the Hag 1 basically, which is the machine that the sisters were using, basically just destroyed the Grey Jinjo family house, and they're dead. They're dead. You won't be seeing Grey Jinjos in this game. Yep. So like the first game, the Jinjos are missing. But this time around we can actually see where they live. So, yeah. You can actually see their hometown and all that good stuff. Now, the Jinjos work a little bit differently this time around. But I'll get into that when we actually get our first Jinjo. But either way though, let's see the King Jingaling. Yeah, and like the first game, the characters still have a ton of personality. It's like, don't see this guy much at all, but he still has some character to him. It's like, even for characters that you only see for like one certain instance, they still have their own personality, and it's just entertaining. Like, a lot of games don't really do that, where they have just random NPCs that are just kind of there with no real character to them. But this game makes really every character stand out in their own way. Yeah, there's a new Jiggy animation for this game. It's not it basically makes it so you don't have to stop and wait for a Banjo dance or whatever. You can just grab a Jiggy and it will just basically float above you, disappear, and while that animation happens, you can still run around and go by the level like normal. So it kind of makes the game a little bit more streamlined, if I'm honest. So yeah, I do like the character that the animation had in the first game, but it was a little bit annoying seeing that every time you got a Jiggy. Alright. Alright, hopefully this cutscene doesn't screw up the music. Yeah, and now we're in their castle. Yep, Grunty doesn't rhyme in this game, which may be a bit sad for some people, because like, her rhyming was a pretty iconic part of the first game, so it's a little bit sad that you don't see it in this one. But there's kind of a replacement for it, but I don't think it's as impactful, to be honest. And it really isn't anything special for this game, but we'll get to it. But yeah, I think one of the reasons why they got rid of that in this game is that they probably just didn't want to waste time just figuring out like different rhymes and stuff, because I can imagine that it can be pretty stressful maybe, and just they probably just didn't want to bother again. But it was a pretty cool part of Grunty's character that is kind of missing in this. But it's not anything I'm gonna lose sleep over. But you know, it gives the first game a little bit more personality in that regard. Or I don't know how to explain it, but was it Grunty and Kazooie is? I probably prefer Grunty in the first game purely because of that. But yeah. But basically, their scheme, I guess, is to use this cannon to suck out the life of people and buildings and stuff like this, and basically do that to give Grunty her body back. Yeah, this game doesn't mess around this time around. Yeah, where the first game was really light-hearted and just carefree. This game still, it's not like Shadow the Hedgehog, but it's definitely a much darker tone than in the first game, but it doesn't overdo things. It makes it serious in a cartoony fashion, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know why they just don't find. I don't know why they just like don't find one more thing or a couple other buildings to suck the energy out of. But hey, if you want to blow up the entire island, then be my guest. But yeah, that throne room is pretty much dead. Like, you go back here, and the music changed, zombified throne room, and yeah, you can't actually kill him. So yeah, he's going to be staying as a zombie for basically the rest of the game until endgame. So yeah, we can't really do much except go to the Bottles' house. Thing is though, he kind of died, if you remember. So, yeah, this is going to be kind of awkward. Alright. Yeah, about that. Oh, duh. Yeah. None of the kids and his wife know that he's dead. Oh, I like the little Donkey Kong toy. It's so cute. I like how Microsoft even allowed that to stay in the game, by the way. Because, like, in the intro, if you noticed, there's no N64 logo. They wanted, like, all references to Nintendo to be out of the game, but you see, they kind of screwed up with this one. They still had the Donkey Kong. Well, then again, what would you really change it to? It's like, you can't really change it to anything else. How do I use this again? Hold on, let me see. Okay, how do I... Because I'm like, I think you can zoom in or something with this, right? Huh? Okay, screw it. Honestly, I couldn't care less, to be honest. So, yeah, I think what that's supposed to do is make it so you can basically go into first person and zoom in and out, but oh well. Oh, hi. I thought you were one of the kids. Apparently not. But yeah, it's interesting how the Bottles' family lives near the Jinjos. It's like right next door, so... Yay! Alright. Also, as you look around, you can see posters of Jet Force Gemini, and I think it was a Perfect Dark in the other room. So yeah, basically, it's just like, what was it? Rare, basically like tooting their own horn, if that makes any sense. Alright, so before we do that, I should explain this little thing in the middle of the area here. Basically, these are your warp silos for the hub world. They make it a lot easier to make your way across the world and make it so backtracking isn't like painful to do or anything, because there are so many of these things, and it's so easy to go back to the area you want to be in. It's like every new area has a warp silo, basically, so it's going to be really easy to make your way around the Isle of Hags. But yeah, we found a Jinjo outside of the main level, which never happened in the first game. But basically, the Jinjos are split up into 9 different families, I believe. I think it's 9. But if we go into Tails, is that it? Okay, here we go. Jinjos. Yeah, the Black Jinjo family has the most members with 9, and you have 8 other Jinjo families, and yeah, basically you find Jinjos, and then you'll like increase the number of members that you have in that family. So it's like you get another Black Jinjo and you'll get 2 out of 9 basically, and you won't get a Jinjo until you find all the Jinjos in a family. So you get 9 out of 9 for the Blacks. You'll get a Jinjo. You get like all the Blues. You get a Jiggy, not a Jinjo. I said Jinjo by accident. Yeah, we can't even see them though. But basically, this is the room where we're going to be using the stop and swap eggs this time for this game. So yeah, there's actually a use for them now. So yeah, it's totally worthless like in the first game. Yeah. Either way though, let's make our way to this little temple here. Yeah, we got the Jiggy from, what was it? King Jingaling, and we're thankfully able to make our way in. So let's go. Alright, so this is the temple here. I don't think these signs say anything. Let's see. Yeah, basically there's a cheat you can do, which makes it so these signs will tell you, I think, locations for Jiggies, I think. But don't quote me on that. Alright. Yeah, these signs tell you a few secrets as well. Alright. I don't... Not really sure what that third sign meant, but the, what was it? The first one's basically, there's a secret on on top of the red ginger house. I'm ignoring that for now because we don't have a certain move to be able to do it. The second one is telling of something that happens in the third world, which I'll explain when we get to it. But yeah, remember the secret bonus, the puzzle challenges from the first game? Well, in this game they're mandatory, but they're a lot more simple, but they do progressively get more difficult. So it's not like really hard challenges, to be honest, but you know, you have to do this every time you unlock a new area, or a new world, not a new area in the Isle of Hags. So they get progressively harder, but it really isn't anything you shouldn't be able to handle, unless you're really bad at these challenges, which, to be fair, the later ones did stump me as a kid, so... And every time you do this, you make this jigsaw piece out of the ground shoot a laser, basically. And it's right next, basically right next door. And it just makes it open. And unfortunately, we don't have any more Jiggies, so we can't open any other worlds. But yeah, you can. If you have enough Jiggies, you can just keep doing that until you can't do it anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna be abusing that, so we don't have to worry about constantly going back to Jiggy Wiggy. So it makes it a lot easier.